Hey there, guys. Tony Porter and it's Tabletop Baseball Digest, and we are seeing a no-hitter through 7 for Terrific, and let's see what happens. Mets are up. It's Rick Russell, who also has a shutout. It's a 5-hit shutout for Russell. And let's get to the action. It's Ted Martinez leading off in the top of the 8th inning at Wrigley Field. Russell gets the sign from Hundley. And here is the pitch, and that's a 63, which will be a swing and a miss. He goes down on strikes. One away. Here comes Terrific. Let's see what he can do. Bats from the right side against Russell, and Russell deals. And that is a 65, which is a -5, but with a 1-2, that's going to be an out. It's bounced to second base and rolls it to Beckert, and Beckert throws him out. And here is Don Hahn. Don Hahn is having a rough start in this replay. He's batting 103, 29 bats, 12 games. And here goes the pitch. 2 out, top of the 8th, 0-0. And it's a 16, which will be a tapper right back to Russell, and he throws out Hahn to retire the side. And here comes Seaver. Seaver's going to face Santo, Garrett, and Hundley. So usually when you start recording is when the first hit comes. That's generally how it works. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Let's see if Seaver can get through this bottom of the 8th inning. We have our doubts. And here's the pitch, and it's a potential error on a 52, which is third base, and Garrett scoops it, bobbles it, fires the first, and just gets Santo by half a step. So almost an error. Had it been I rolled a 10, had it been a 9, it would have been an error on Garrett. Has pretty high error rating at third base, although he does have a strong arm, turns a lot of double plays. And here is Adrian Garrett. So that was Wayne Garrett on the ground ball, and now it's Adrian Garrett, the lefty hitter, and he hits home runs against righties, as you can see. So on a 66, it's a righty home run. He also gets home runs in the ballpark and 65. So he hit 3 home runs in 50 at-bats. So that would be 36 home runs for a full season. All right, so Seaver, who's an A pitcher. Both pitchers are A's now. They've kind of been modified up. And here goes. Here's the pitch. And that is a 22, but that's going to be a fly ball in the gap. And Staub after it, and Staub makes a nice running catch. Holy smokes. Did not expect that from Rusty out there. Legrand Orange. And that's 2 away. And here comes Randy Hundley. Hundley can be a dangerous hitter, although he had 10 home runs and 368 at-bats. Bats only 226 with 30 walks. But he has some hits on his card. Let's see what happens here. And the pitch from Terrific. And that is a 45, which will be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Let's see how many strikeouts that is for Terrific. And Terrific's got 8 strikeouts to Russell's 3. Both starting pitchers are still in there. I keep them in there until they turn red. And then I let them go one more batter or allow them to go until they give up a hit. Or until they turn red, one or whatever comes first. So here is Mian against Russell here in the top of the 9th inning. Let's see what Mian can do. Mian's batting 270 in 63 games. Here's the pitch, and that is going to be a 14, which is a ground ball to third. Santo throws him out for the first out of the top of the 9th. And 0-0, and here's Wayne Garrett. Pitch to Garrett. A 65 could have been a potential home run, but not against Russell, who does not give up many home runs. A 64 is a ground ball to second base. Beckert throws out Garrett for the second out, and here's Rusty Staub. Staub with good power. He needs a 66 and a 1-4 on a home run. A 65, a pitcher home run won't do it. A ballpark home run would possibly do it, and Wrigley Field gives him up at a 1-3 clip on a D20, which is pretty high. Generally, you see a 1 to 1 to 2 Here's the pitch, and that's a 41. That's ball 4. Oh, no, and that's not ball 4. Rick Russell doesn't walk many either. He's a 1-8, and that's a 15. That is ground ball to third. And Rusty taps one to the third baseman for the third out. Here comes Don Kessinger. Don Kessinger batted 260, so he can slap a ball somewhere and get it through the infield for a hit. Seaver still has got a lot of stamina at a 6. Here's the pitch, and that is 36, and that is going to be a ground ball. Second base, Mian. He backhands it and plants and throws him out for the first out of the inning. Russell, we're going to let him bat. And the pitch, and a 63, which will be a swing and a miss. Chases a high fastball for the second out. And here comes Rick Monday, bats from the left side. He's a home run 1-16. And on a 65, Seaver would give up on a 1-6. So he doesn't give up many home runs either. He does have a lot of innings pitched, almost 300. So he will give up home runs, just not at a high percentage. Here is Rick Monday, the pitch, and a 25 will be a ground ball to a lefty first base, and that is Milner. Scoops it and steps on the bag ahead of Monday, to end the inning, and we go to the top of the 10th, 0-0, 5 hits for the Mets, no errors, and no hits, and no errors for the Cubs. Here's Steady Eddie Kranepool, not much power in that bat. Hit only 1 home run and almost 300 at bats. Like to see somebody up there with a little bit more power. Who do we have? Don't have much power. Willie Mays. But he doesn't hit righties very well. We save him for a lefty pitcher. And Kenny Boswell, we could bring him up there. Let's see. And then to play first base, we could use Theodore. So let's do that. Let's see if we get lucky with a Kenny Boswell home run, which would be highly unlikely. Let's see what happens here. We want to pull this out for Seaver. So Boswell's up against Russell, and here's the pitch. We need a 66, and we're not going to get it. A 43 is going to be a ground ball, second base. Beckert scoops it, sidearms it to first for the first out of the 10th. And here is the hammer, John Milner. Yes, sirree. John Milner, the hammer. And left-handed hitter. Good power, 1-19 on a 66. So that's what we're looking for right now. We need a 66. I don't think we've rolled one the whole game, so somebody's going to get one. So here's a pitch from Russell, and that is a 36, which will be a ground ball, second base. Beckert, easy play, and throws out Milner. So the hammer rolls one to the second baseman, Beckert, and that is the second out of the 10th inning. And here's Ron Hodges. Ron Hodges has been crushing the ball. He's batting .422 and 45 at bats, 16 games. So he's been hitting a ton of singles. Does not have much power at all. 1 home run, 127 at bats. And here's the pitch from Russell. And that's a 42, and that will be a fly ball. Hit hard right at Garrett, and that retires the side. So here we go. 10 innings. Let's see if Kranepool was in left field. I thought he was at first base. And the pinch hitter was Boswell. Boswell plays second and third. So we'll bring in Theodore to play left field. All right, so we put Theodore out there. And he is somewhere in here. We'll just put him to the side until he comes up to bat. All right, so it is Beckert leading off against Terrific, who's pitched 9 innings of no-hit ball. And the Mets can't score a run for him. What is this? That's the story of his life. Here's the pitch to Beckert, and a 23 will be a ground ball to third. And Garrett with a long throw and in time. And that is how many outs? Seaver's walked a couple in this game. He walked 1. Wow. He's walked 1 and retired 28 batters so far. All right, here is Cardinal. Pitch, and that is a 61. Struck him out. Curveball. Gets him out in front. And here's Pat Burke. Dangerous hitter. Home run power against right-handers, which Seaver's a right-hander, so it's a left-handed. Burke is a left-handed hitter and really smashes righties, so he's dangerous for sure. You don't want to roll that 66 because that's an automatic home run. He hit 7 in 139 at-bats. So we know we're due for a 66, and this could be it, and that would be the end of the game. Here's the pitch, and that is, 56. Struck him out. And we go to the 11th inning. I don't know how long I can push these starting pitchers, but let's have some fun. Let's see how far we can get, and let's see if Martinez can get on. Then we can bunt with Seaver. Here's a pitch from Rick Rushell. Rushell had 237 at-bats, a 55. That's ripped center field base hit. Falls in front of Monday, plays it on a hop, and gets it in, and Martinez is on. That's good news. Seaver is going to bunt, and that is for Rushell. I could switch Rushell here, but I'm going to let him go simply because all right, 1, 2, 3, we pull him, and 4, 5, 6, we keep him. And it's a 4, so 1, 2, 3, we pull him. So 4, 5, 6, we keep him. So we're going to keep him through Seaver. And let's see if Seaver can bunt here. He's a decent bunter. We want to avoid a 6. And that's a good bunt right in front of the plate. And Hundley got one play, and that's the first. So that's going to move the go-ahead run to second base, scoring position. Here comes Don Hahn. And we will go to bring out the best of the best for the Cubs. Let's see. We're going to go to Locker is their main guy. So we're going to go to Locker. All right. So let's go to Locker. Locker, I remember him with the 71 A's. Bob Locker. I replayed that team. That was fun. Had a great fun team. All right, so here comes Bob Locker. He's a righty, so we're going to see what he's going to be. He's going to be an A pitcher out of the bullpen. And Don Hahn now. We got good speed, average speed at second base, good enough to score. And Don Hahn is going to be facing Bob Locker, the righty. We're going to let Hahn bat. He's due. Eventually, he's going to get a hit. He's batting 100. But he's got to get a hit soon. So let's see if the Mets can take a lead. That'd be outstanding. Make my life complete for sure. Here's a pitch from Locker to Don Hahn. And the pitch, and he swings, and that is a fly ball center field. Monday under it, and makes the catch for the second out. And here comes the always dangerous Felix Millan, batting 269. And Millan chokes up on the bat about 8-10 inches. Locker gets the sign from Hundley. Martinez gets his lead, and Locker looks over. And Kessinger slapping the glove behind Martinez to keep him close. And now you got Beckert stepping in to do the same because Kessinger is moving over to the hole now since Millan is a right-handed hitter. But Millan does go extremely well to the opposite field. A good oppo hitter. It's a contact hitter. So any hit to the right field is probably going to score Martinez. And here's the pitch from Locker. Oh, and there it goes. And that's a 52. That's a potential error, but at 18, it'll be highly unlikely at second base. Beckert does not make many errors, makes the play, and that retires the side. Wow, that was exciting, but nothing there. All right, so Seaver is running out of gas. He's yellow now, so as long as he doesn't give up a hit. Otherwise, I believe it turns red. I think that's how it works. But he's gone 10 innings of no-hit ball. Holy smokes. Tom, terrific. Here's Ron Santo. So far, I haven't rolled a 66, and that is the big home run number in this game. That's a 42, and that'll be a bouncer to second base and Millan. Plays it and throws out Santo for the first out. Here's Adrian Garrett, another power hitter against righties. Look at that. He's got 3 home runs and 54 bats. And here's the pitch, 66. Oh, and that ball's a deep drive to left field. That's over Theodore's head, and that's into the The stands for a home run, a game-winning home run, and the no-hitter is over. Seaver loses the game. Holy smokes! Look at that. Adrian Garrett. His strength is the home run versus the righty. He's a left-handed hitter, and he got a hold of a Seaver fastball. He was waiting for it, and probably Seaver running out of gas here in the 11th inning pushed him to the limit for sure. And that is the ball game. There it goes. Final. Bob Locker 3-0. Seaver 5-9. Another loss for the Mets, who are 25-45, 20 games under 500. And the Cubs are 10 games under 500. Nobody's very good in the East, but the Mets are really, really struggling. Anyway, let's look at the box score. Seaver had what a game for terrific. My goodness. And it is Adrian Garrett who wins it for the Cubs. And Russell pitched 10 innings of shutout ball, 3.89 ERA. Locker wins it with .2, 2/3 of an inning. Seaver went 10 and a third, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts. The home run, faced 33 batters. And that's about it for the Mets. Not much happening. A few hits here and there sprinkled. 1 double. It was Garrett's double, and I don't remember what inning that was. But that was the only extra base hit for the Mets. The Mets had a total of 6 hits and only 1 double, so it was 5 singles and 1 double. And that's it, my friends. So you watched an exciting little bit of game there. And thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I will see you soon with the 2023 World Series. So far, it's the Rangers up against the 1973 Dynasty A's. The Rangers are up 1-0. We will play Game 2. And in Game 2, we will see Montgomery going against Vita Blue. And that will be exciting. So I'll see you very soon.